The Philippines, a nation celebrated for its vibrant democracy, finds itself at a pivotal crossroads. The escalating conflict between President Ferdinand Bongbong, Marcos Jr., and Vice President Sara Duterte has captivated public attention, not only for its personal and political dimensions, but also for its potential to shape the nation's future. This political drama began to unfold publicly in early 2024. In January, former President Rodrigo Duterte, father of Vice President Sara Duterte, made explosive allegations against President Marcos during a prayer rally in Davao City. Referring to Marcos as a drug addict, Duterte's remarks marked a significant departure from the alliance that brought the Marcos-Duterte tandem to power. President Marcos dismissed the allegations, attributing them to Duterte's use of painkillers like fentanyl, which he suggested might have impaired the former president's judgment. The incident was the first visible crack in what had been a strong political partnership. The situation escalated in June 2024 when Vice President Sara Duterte resigned from her cabinet positions. She stepped down as Secretary of Education and Vice Chairperson of the National Task Force to end local communist armed conflict, citing irreconcilable differences with the administration's direction. While her resignation initially appeared to be a symbolic political move, it was later revealed to be a reaction to growing tensions within the government. By October 2024, the discord between the nation's top two leaders reached new heights. In a public statement, Vice President Duterte questioned President Marcos' leadership, asserting that he does not know how to be president. The remark signaled the deepening of the rift and set the stage for further confrontations. However, the turning point came in November 2024 when Vice President Duterte made a startling and unprecedented statement. She revealed that she had instructed an assassin to kill President Marcos, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, and House Speaker Martin Romualdez if she were to be killed. This declaration, shocking in its audacity, was taken as a serious threat. The Philippine National Police immediately bolstered security measures for the president and his family, while the National Bureau of Investigation, NBI, launched a probe into the vice president's remarks. But what drove the vice president to such an extreme position? At the heart of her rage lies the intensified scrutiny on the office of the vice president, OVP. Beginning in late 2023, investigations into the OVP's use of confidential funds gained momentum. These inquiries uncovered the rapid disbursement of 125 million pesos in confidential funds within an 11-day period in 2022. Legislators and auditors questioned the legality and transparency of such expenditures. The Commission on Audit, COA, later flagged 73.2 million pesos as unsupported by proper documentation, prompting further scrutiny. As the investigations continued, the spotlight turned not only to Vice President Duterte, but also to her staff. Allegations emerged of substantial cash withdrawals, with funds reportedly transported in duffel bags. The House of Representatives, led by Speaker Martin Romualdez, reduced the OVP's budget for confidential funds in October 2023, a move perceived by Duterte's camp as a direct attack on her office. Duterte's public statements reflect her growing frustration with these investigations. She criticized Speaker Romualdez for targeting allies of the administration, accusing him of using his legislative power to consolidate control. In one pointed remark, she questioned, "Why attack the administration's allies?" This tension with Romualdez added another layer to the already fraught relationship between the Marcos and Duterte camps. President Marcos, for his part, has emphasized the importance of transparency and accountability. In response to Vice President Duterte's controversial statements, he reaffirmed his commitment to the rule of law, stating that such threats cannot be ignored. His administration has positioned the investigations as part of broader efforts to ensure good governance. But critics argue that the scrutiny of the OVP has been disproportionately intense compared to other government offices. As these events unfold, the conflict is already shaping the political landscape in the lead-up to the 2025 midterm elections. The dissolution of the Marcos-Duterte alliance is expected to result in separate senatorial slates, fragmenting the voter base that once supported their tandem. Analysts predict that this division could weaken the ruling coalition, opening the door for opposition groups to gain traction. Public reaction to this crisis has been mixed. Many Filipinos are concerned about how this political discord affects governance and policy implementation. Others see the investigations into the OVP as a necessary step toward greater accountability in government spending. The international community, too, is closely watching these developments. The Philippines faces significant challenges, from economic recovery to territorial disputes in the South China Sea. A divided leadership could weaken the nation's ability to address these pressing issues, potentially undermining its regional and global standing. In the face of these challenges, the Philippines finds itself at a critical juncture. The conflict between President Marcos and Vice President Duterte underscores the complexities of governance in a democracy where political alliances are often fraught with personal and familial rivalries. Yet, it also presents an opportunity for the nation to demand greater transparency and accountability from its leaders. As the 2025 elections approach, the decisions made in the coming months will shape the trajectory of the nation. Will this conflict catalyze meaningful reforms, or will it deepen the divisions that threaten to undermine governance and stability? The answer lies in the actions of the nation's leaders and the resilience of its people. The Philippines stands at a crossroads, with the future of its democracy hanging in the balance. The nation watches, waits, and hopes for a resolution that will prioritize unity, accountability, and progress above all else. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this valuable, please show your appreciation by giving a thumbs up and subscribing to OHA News Asia, your trusted source for knowledge always at your fingertips.